We hot. We white. We back again. One time for the one time. It's me and Monty T. I got B in the place to be. The RoundHouse RoundTable here going up. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
I swear my glow up in lightning. Hot, yeah, something like lightning. This shit a hit on my psychic. She want me lick, I'm excited. See, I feel that's my business, and that's why I'm business minded. Need a push, get behind it. It's science, apply it. Worst come to worst, you tried it. Get it bad, get inspired. Shoot your shot, just the effort. I admire. You're high, it ain't looking for friends at this point.
Oh my God,
my circle is smaller than the point.
No cap.
I'd rather sit in voice than hearing the fake on their voice.
We already hot.
Business report.
All right. We about to do it how we do it, because ain't no other way to do it, because we got to do it like this, because the only way to do it is this way. The no cap recap.
Okay. You didn't feel yourself do a little bit much?
No, it's the you gotta build into the no cap recap. You can't just really just walk into it, because you know it's a lot of cap, you know, when it comes to these recaps, and even with the commentary, you know, you were seeing a lot of that.
I was. It was very annoying.
I saw you writing your notes. You was like, oh.
You don't have to tell my business.
every time. But it's just like, we notice, like, it get to a point where you notice this is like, okay, all right, now we about to make it a drinking game or something where every time they start to coach one of the fighters from the commentary booth, you gotta take a shot.
Ooh, I don't know about that. You're gonna be drunk. Yep. You're gonna be drunk second fight in. Maybe even the first one, depending on who it is.
Exactly. The first fight of the night, good fight, great fight. Expected a lot from it, but a lot came in a short period of time. Nick Maximov versus Andre Petrowski. Andre Petrowski came in as the underdog and was like, y'all not about to do this to me. Y'all about to put some respect on my name.
Yeah, he also came in and his gym was undefeated at the time, 13-0. So he had a lot, riding on this.
You got to make sure you announce that.
Yeah, and he did. In the walkout, they made sure they announced it, that their gym was 13-0. So I feel like he had to come through because he didn't want to be the first L on the roster.
Oh, it's so much pressure on that. But at the same time, it's just like, if you in the gym, then like that's when you could just take that deep breath and it's like, rely on my training. And apparently they got him spun up with that jiu-jitsu just right for him to hit that anaconda choke.
Man, it was nice.
At first, it seemed like Maximov was doing the right thing, trying to push his hips off. But it's like once he got past his hips, that's when he started to creep in. And with an anaconda choke, it's like every little step in or every little slide in, that shit gets 10 times tighter.
That is very true. And he was undefeated before this fight.
Exactly.
And that was his first L. So, both of them came in and they had things to lose and weight on their shoulder. And I think I liked it. It set the tone for the night. It didn't last long. Let's get in there, get out, get it done.
I think Andre Petrowski got in Maximov's head when it came to him wanting to see who was the better wrestler, who was the better grappler, and he got lost in the sauce and got choked out on the way down. Like in this, he mid takedown, that's when he got choked up. And the anaconda started, and that was elite how Petrowski got that anaconda choke set up initially, and how he got, once they got to the ground, transitioning from being up to the ground, he was able to really sink it in at that time. That was elite shit.
Yeah, got choked up and choked out.
Exactly. Next, we got Tatsuro Taira versus Carlos Candelario. Yep. Did you break down the hyphens and all that?
I did.
Candelario.
No, I did for Taira.
Arturo Taira. So Taira came out ready to fight 100%. Carlos was there ready to fight as well. It seemed like the fight was there. It was a good fight, but somebody was one step above.
Ooh,
and it's Taira. Taira was definitely there, showing how he was able to, get out of bad situations and still get shots off.
Yeah, but he was not making it easy for him. But one thing that did stand out to me was the commentators helping him get out of that body triangle and letting him know like a Darce was on the way. So I didn't like that aspect of it because, like, come on, let's allow the fight to happen.
And then
But
commentate on what
right,
happened.
right. But Candelaro, he had great defense and getting out of the rear naked and the body triangles. And he was doing great by listening to his corner to walk him out of it. So I thought that was wonderful. But Taira, he was just in for the takedowns. He was also undefeated. He had a lot of weight to carry on his shoulders, and he just wanted to show up and show out because he had to. So
yeah, he had to come in swinging. 67% on his total strikes is just like, that's a high percentage. That he was very accurate. And it's just like to see him against, other guys, I'm interested,
Yeah. But in round 1, he had a clean cross. In round 2, he sat him down. So he was slowly winning the rounds and being much more memorable. So I think that's what helped take him. And then also his ground and pound was pretty good. He was just beating the crap out of him in front of his corner.
Yeah, that was the hard part.
that was the hard part. But he was doing good. Carlos was doing a good job listening to his corner, but he was still, getting caught up, in his corner because, Taira was right there too, listening as they're trying to coach him out of it, just being one step ahead, but not enough ahead to submit him. So
yeah, it seemed like his jiu-jitsu was there enough to get him to those spots, but like it's like he didn't have the technical ability to keep there or the patience, because it was like with that time, that's where that patience come, because like once he beat the first area of the rear naked, it's like he gave up and he was kind of like trying to move to the next position or trying to worry about other things, but he could have stayed on his neck and really got that sunk in. But
but I also think he didn't want to tire himself out because you have 3 rounds, you don't know how much energy you're going to need, and like I was saying before, I guess it's better to go to decision than to get knocked out.
Well, he had the control in that area, so I mean that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Next, Angela Hill versus Verona Jandiroba.
I was a little concerned about this fight, but watching Angela Hill go against a world-class jiu-jitsu, Angela made her look average. I'm going to be honest. I was expecting Angela to be submitted in the first round, so I was extremely nervous, but Angela Hill came through. She survived, and she gave her a hard time the entire time. So I was appreciative of this match. And it definitely shows that she's elevating in her jiu-jitsu.
She almost submitted her. That was the crazy part.
That was very crazy. Yeah.
But she did have coaching as well from a commentary.
That's true.
And Angela Hill is definitely getting better with her jiu-jitsu. Her stand-up game was there, but she wasn't really firing the way she should have to, because she really could have got away with this W. Once she got that confidence on the ground, like, oh, it's not that bad. That's when she really started to work. But
she got out of the deep knee bar, and she had a great arm bar defense, just hitting her in the face with her knee, and then she started stepping on her face with her knee. I'm like, that's great defense. Her being a world champion, she was very creative to get to the ground in round 1. So Angela wasn't able to fire off like she wanted to, because every time she came in close, she was trying to take her to the ground and was being successful at it. So, she took it down straight in the middle of the mat so she couldn't, get her way up on the gates. And, she did a great job with staying heavy and shoulders on her neck, constantly keeping that pressure and staying heavy. So she did what she needed to do to secure this victory.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that, being a world class,
she didn't get it done.
Exactly. Yeah. So, kudos to Angela for that.
Yeah. I think Angela was just better. Like, some people are good at jiu-jitsu, but they don't think about the head placement and all that stuff. I think Angela Hill has been involved in different spots with MMA
Mm-hmm.
where she was able to exploit those positions and get
Mm-hmm.
some ground and pound in. And, it was, Angela Hill, I don't know. They keep giving her dogs. I feel like they keep giving her people who are straight up problems and making a name off Angela Hill. But it's just like, I be wanting Angela Hill she be getting put in these nice spots. And it's like she don't really be really rising to that occasion when she get in those nice spots, like Tisha Torres the second time. Like that was one of those fights for her to come up and really make a name. And it's just like now they putting her on the prelims, and it's just like, I hope she ain't about to get that call. I hope
Yeah.
that because it's getting to that, and then that's the hard part.
Yeah. And she also made history, having the most fights up under her belt in this weight class. But I think if they keep calling her, she gonna show up. So I hope they still call her so she can continue to
I
show
hope
up.
so too. And I hope she really started turning those into W's too, for
Yeah,
real.
me
Like,
too.
I
I'm
don't
a
know.
fan.
I don't know what it is exactly. I'm a fan as well. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's just like, you know, same camp. You still getting the
Sometimes you gotta switch some stuff up.
the same results. And it's just like the jujitsu definitely is helping. And if that was a different person, you probably would have got that W for sure.
Absolutely. But she went up against a world,
A world class.
champion.
So
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, she
I
gets
think
dogs
she
every
she
time. Like,
she's
she just be like, I
elevating
want to fight.
though. She's elevating though, so you can't knock the elevation that's happening.
Can't.
It's not coming out in her favor, but that doesn't mean she's not getting better. So I'm here for Angela Hill. She's continuing to get better. Yes, it's not going her way with the decisions, but that doesn't mean like she's not getting better. So
I agree. I ain't saying she's not getting better as well.
yeah, it's
I'm
just
just saying,
getting
like, the competition level is now, starting to really elevate.
yeah, most definitely.
So it's just like, Angela Hill, she got she got the total package. It's just like it's just that intangible. God bless you.
Thank you.
Speaking of the total package, Michael Johnson versus Alan Patrick. Alan Patrick looked very violent. He looked very like he's a problem for real.
Ooh,
He's willing to risk it all.
yeah.
So that's one of them ones who, like, once he starts to align that willing to risk it all with a little bit more technical part, like Oliveira did, you might have another champion on your hands. You might have somebody coming up, in the cut.
Yeah, but
But Michael Johnson was not having it.
he was not having it. He got wobbled in round one, and then his capoeira, it was so slow. I saw it coming every time, and I'm sure Michael Johnson saw it from a
Nah,
mile away. It was so
you ain't see that
slow.
one head kick that he did
It-
when he got on the head.
he
Like
didn't,
that.
but a lot of it was very slow. We even commented on it, like, why is it so slow? What is happening? Like, I don't know.
But speaking of slow, Michael Johnson looked extremely fast. He looked like he ain't missed no steps.
That's right.
He looked sharp. He looked like he back with like a vengeance. Like it was some people in his way, like Khabib. Khabib was one of the ones that was just going to come through.
Yeah.
And I think that now is Michael Johnson's turn. It's his time to shine. He got that power. He has that wrestling tick. So at the same time, it's like is he gonna make a run? Is he about to make a run? That's one of the parts that I could see with Michael Johnson in the lightweight. But he got dogs that he has to face again, because he
Yeah.
already faced all the dogs. You know what I mean? He faced everybody in the lightweight pretty much, even Khabib.
Yeah.
So it's just like you already saw the worst of it. Now it's up from here.
Yeah, and he did a great job of leading with a kick, then a 1-2. He was connecting every time, and so that's how he was closing the distance, able to
Straight
get
down the
close.
middle.
Yes, it was phenomenal, and it was very elite. He dropped him in the round 2 after a couple of good 1s and 2s, and finished it. So I'm happy. I was happy with the fight.
Oh shit! I was happy with it too. It was good to see Michael Johnson get a W. I can't
Mhm.
wait to see who he go against next.
Yeah.
Turn up, keep going, keep
Yep.
going. Next, we have Andrea Lee versus Viviane Araujo.
Mhm.
And to her coaches that said that racist shit, fuck y'all.
Ooh, wow.
Right in the corner is something that is like tip of the iceberg racist type shit.
Yeah, I know how it goes.
That's really what that comes down to. That's tip of the iceberg. And then I seen Morning Combat, which is another podcast who does MMA. He really got into a dude named Craig. He got into their coach and really was expressive. And I like when white people are expressive about things like that, because like when I say it, it really don't, it has value, but it's just like, oh, white people are like, oh yeah, another black person is fucking saying something again about race, making it about race again. Like, but that's when you have white people that are like seeing it as well. So it's just like, and when he acknowledged the MMA sports fans, that really hit home, because it's just like, we see the comments, we see it all.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime that any fighter fucks up, gets a charge or anything, they come down 10 times harder on the black athletes.
Oh yeah.
Media wise, troll wise, like anything.
Any minority.
And it like happens so frequently and it's so common that some people just, like fighters, they just try to ignore it, or they just go with it, or just act like it doesn't exist. So it doesn't help the sport when they try to X out certain talent in fighters. That's what helps bring diversity to the sport. Like, I can't wait till we start seeing like equal opportunity unions for fighters, and making sure that fighters get the right fights, and fighters like Angela Hill not just getting fed all the dogs and all the up and coming prospects. You know, she's getting fights that's on even playing field. She's a fighter. She's gonna be like, yeah, I want to fight anybody.
Well, that's up to her to say and advocate for herself, and that goes with management. And I understand it, but like sometimes people are in a position where they have to get what they can get. I don't know if that is the case for Angela, but it's about who you have in your corner, who's representing you, and what you're willing to invest in. Because
management,
not everybody's gonna allow that to happen to you. But if you are out here saying I'll get what I can get, then they're gonna give you what they want to give you.
Yep. So overall, her coaching was super unprofessional. Shout out to Vivian for getting a W. Nannies.
Yep.
She did exactly what she needed to do.
Yep. She got Lee got dropped in round 1. She regretted her shot in round 2. Vivian did a great job
60%
taking her back
on the hands.
Yep.
So it's just like 3 takedowns. Like, it was work done. It was work done. It was clearly somebody that was hungrier.
Yep.
Yep.
She did a great job taking her back and keeping it on the ground.
Exactly.
So I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Did not play with her.
Exactly.
That was the main goal. Next. Oh, we in the main card now.
We in the main card.
We in the main card now. Jake Hadley versus Alan Nascimento.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Hadley, it was kind of back and forth, but it seemed like Nascimento definitely kind of pushed through.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say round 1, because at first it wasn't a lot of strikes, essentially, right. But at the same time, it was the takedowns that really made the difference between the whole situation.
Yep.
So it's just like, I don't know. It was a good fight. Like, because to me, like, I like groundwork now. Like, I'm more like, I like to see groundwork more so. But I always love a good stand up. A good technical stand up fight. Not a fucking Chandler versus Gaethje. I like to see technical shit, and if it's on the ground and it's technical, I like that too.
Yeah, and Nascimento, he had Oliveira in his corner, so that was already a threat going into the fight, and an easy way to get into Hadley's head. But he had great coaches. They were doing wonderful on the ground. Nascimento did a great job on his back. And, it's unfortunate that it didn't work out in Hadley ways, but, Nascimento, he has the right people in his corner right now.
Exactly. So now it's just up for him to just keep that going.
Exactly.
Keep that going, and it's not going to be something like that it's not going to be a Hadley every time. So
it's not.
Hopefully, they're definitely upgrading with that training and keeping that keeping his chin strong because those flyweight guys hit.
Yeah, they do. So, just stay in the gym.
Speaking guys that hit, motherfucking Manuel Torres with tanks on his hands, knocked out Frank Camacho first round with the shit that he was throwing. Is like you knew somebody was going down, and Frank Camacho definitely was kind of backing down a little bit. Like you could see him really become uncomfortable with the power that was constantly being thrown.
Yeah, but he was also taking a lot of shots. Torres was throwing a lot of shots and landing. So it was a matter of time before he actually went down. And Torres stayed consistent and got it done.
Exactly. Motherfucker was throwing bricks. Like, lightweight got a problem with Manuel Torres. I would like to see him on the ground. I like to see what happens with him on the ground. But other than that, with the hands, they're going to have a problem. Like, just because hands like that just hit the side of your guard, that's gonna hit your guard and bounce your hands off, and then you open again.
Yeah,
like people like that just damn like Francis Ngannou, like just swinging.
And they land too, so it's not like
he was touching. He was touching too. Performance of the night too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Manuel Torres. Yeah, but speaking of just throwing shit, Caitlin Chookagian versus Amanda Ribas.
Yep.
Ribas.
Yep.
Caitlin Chookagian came in through with the split decision.
Yeah, this was a rough one.
Yeah, because it was kind of back and forth, but at the end, I don't know if I remember split decision really her way, but I think at the end, that's what really kind of ended it off. Caitlin was landing more than Amanda, and I think that's what really gave the edge to Caitlin on that one.
Yeah. I thought this was a good fight. It was a lot of back and forth, and they was just taking each other's and both worlds. Caitlin definitely had the height advantage. So Amanda did struggle with trying to close the distance, but she was successful some of the times, but not enough to take the victory. So, but I thought this was a really good fight though.
What confused me was that she had 3 takedowns, that Ribas had 3 takedowns, and she had more significant strikes. So that's why I was edging towards her in the decision, and it confused me. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think it was because Caitlin had much more memorable shots. Yeah, because they don't always go off stats all the time.
They go off other shit, random shit. Sometimes people don't even be knowing about.
Exactly.
But she was polish.
Caitlin was also the favorite. So I feel like when it's a split decision and they don't know which way to go, they usually go with the favorite. So yeah. So like I wasn't mad at this fight. Each of them got $50,000. And Caitlin isn't she the number one? She the number one spot. And Amanda was number 3. So still she's right where she needs to be. She deserves to be at number 3, and Caitlin deserves to be at number 1 right now. So
it's said. Next, we got Lewis Smoker versus Davy Grant. Davy Grant was throwing them hands. Lewis Smoker was really just kind of walking through them. Almost got finished with in the first, and kept walking through what Davy Grant was giving him.
Yeah,
Davy Grant was not looking like he was trying to slow down.
Yeah,
even when he was getting caught, he kept getting caught. I think he made a adjustment in the second round where he kept getting caught. It was his leg kicks. He took those leg kicks away because the first round he was fucking them up bad with the leg kicks, and then second round that's when he took the leg kicks away, and then third round he brought the leg kicks back, and then that's when he finished the job.
Smoker opened him up round 2 with an elbow. This is also the same round that he stopped using the leg kicks. But as soon as he brought the leg kicks, like coaches were great for that advice. As soon as he brought back in the leg kicks, it was over almost immediately. So that was like the one little piece that he was missing, because otherwise it would have not went his way.
So in other words, you could have saved yourself a whole motherfucking round.
That is very true. Had you stayed on those leg kicks,
a headache could have saved you a whole headache.
That's right.
But shout out to you getting it done though in the third round. He made sure he got it done though. He wasn't trying to take it to the judges. So that's the main goal. That's the whole thing. Speaking of not taking it to the judges, performance of the night.
What?
We got Ryan Spann versus Cutelaba. Round 1. What was it?
Guillotine.
It was elite. It was just like he went in there like on a mission, waiting for Cutelaba to do what he does, try to take him down.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it turned into a finish.
Yeah.
Fast night for Cutelaba. Cutelaba normally was the dominant one. I think his last fight was Clark, and that was the dude's teeth he broke in.
Ooh, yeah.
No, and I was just saying that like Cutelaba needs to do a class on ground and pound.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of those guys who really had disgusting ground and pound. Ryan Spann was not trying
to get that ground and pound, and I don't blame him.
Trying to be around for any of that.
I don't blame him. I really don't.
Because he already saw that shit happening. I think he got him down one time already. He got him down one time in the first round, and then after that, he was like,
up. No, thank you.
No, sir. Shout out to Ryan Spann on performance of the night. We didn't really get to see a lot, but at the same time, like he said, he was out of his way mentally on that, and I understand that. So he was out of his way, and that's what happens when he out of his way. So shout out to Ryan Spann.
222.
Getting the job done. Final card, final fight. Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic, and Jan Blachowicz came out with the mysterious W.
But I don't like the way it's in it, but you could see it happening in the third round. It was like, but Blachowicz did a great job kicking that leg. It was swelling in round 1. So he stayed consistent with the leg kicks, and that guy's weapons failed him.
Yep, for sure. Jan looked like he was really starting to work in the first 2 rounds, and like he was already in championship mindset. Like, all right, this is going to be a five round thing. I'm going to try to knock him out. Jan was touching him up. I feel like Jan already having that mindset. He was touching him up as needed to be able to win. Like, I think he won the first round, and I would say he won the first round. And Rakic didn't really have any big moments in any of the 2 rounds, in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, but Rakic was giving him issues though, and I was a bit concerned. I'm thinking it's gonna go all 5 rounds, but then I saw his legs swelling. Jan did hold off on those for a bit, and he saw the fight wasn't going his way, and it brought the leg kicks back out. But luckily, that ended up saving him. Do I think he's ready to fight for the belt again? I don't. I'm not seeing it.
I think that like when it comes to Glover and Jan, if they fight, they can fight now or 5 years from now, 2 years ago, tomorrow. It's a 50-50 because this is like one of them. Like if you get to the ground, it's happening. Because Glover can get knocked out. Glover has been knocked out.
Yeah.
Jan can be choked out.
Yeah.
Jan has been choked out. So it's just like, it's just whoever's world they get to.
Who wants it more?
And at the same time, Glover has the power to knock Jan out as well. I don't really think that Jan has the power to submit Glover, as we saw in the first fight. He got him in bad spots, and Glover was chilling, and he got out of those spots, and he put him in a bad spot. You're like, all right, since we're already on the ground like I wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all go.
Jan would do everything in his power not to go to that fucking ground.
But he said he got outbeat with the ground and pound. So, he got outworked. He said he's better now, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not. So, that's my take on it. They go up again, then, it's going to be the same results. I think it's gonna be the same results.
I think it's gonna be the same results. Like that was it. This first one, this one was too easy. This was super easy. Now he just pretty much gets to walk right back into a title shot. When he lost the last title shot, pretty much fair and square, no question, belly on the mat type.
I wonder why they didn't run it back immediately though, because usually they try to give them a chance. If they lose their belt. I think
because how the fight ended, he got finished, and because of the amount of talent that they have behind him. So they had Prohaska directly behind him. You got Rakic. So yeah, you got Rakic. So you got guys that's coming up that want that spot. So they don't got time to sit around and wait for, you know, them two to take a year off and figure it out. They trying to fight now.
Well, that's how Brandon and Figueiredo's going right now. They've been back and forth fighting each other.
Yeah, and that's because right now that's how the flyweight is. So flyweight is now about to change because you got Kai Kara France coming back up. You got Pantoja.
Pantoja sound like a beast, and he sound like he can cook.
Yeah, he's a problem for real. So they have things get mixed up in the flyweight. So now it's about to get more entertaining, and that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, I'm looking forward to any events, just the headliners. Next week we got Holly Holm versus Vieira. We'll see if Holly Holm's still, you know, with it. We'll see. This is the test right here to see if she with it, because these, like I just said, these young dogs is coming up and they're hungry and they want anybody.
That's right.
That was UFC 54.
Yes.
UFC Vegas 54.
Good job.
No cap recap. And we got B and a Haas. And in the Haas. You see how I said that?
No.
But we appreciate y'all rocking with us. We appreciate it. Make sure y'all tune in anytime you want. Apple, Spotify, Amazon, any streaming platforms you want. We here. Even catch us on YouTube. Make sure you link with us on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Come talk some shit with us. It's the RoundHouse RoundTable, and we out of here.
That's why I use the heat as a sword, cause keep the peace as a boy. They go keys for you. Say please. That's one, please. Don't need. No one, that's two, please. Don't leave. That's 3, 4. If you do.